Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM21 Zero to Hero. It's episode 25. Last time conceded that we're at a division now where getting stuck in on your tackles with the set of players we have at the ability that we have is a recipe for disaster. It used to be great for us. You can get away with it. It led to a lot of victories. Nowadays, it just leads to red card after red card, or at least yellow card after yellow card. The suspensions are absurd. Michael Holmes has 19 yellow cards this season. That is one for every 2 matches. Barreto has 2 red cards this season. So as good as we are, we're down a man constantly or without key players so consistently that we're kind of falling apart at the seams. So we're no longer going to get stuck in on our tackles, which means we're not going to win the ball back as well as we did. But it should hopefully deal with, I think, what is an underlying problem that is really holding us back right now, holding us back to the point where we're only in 5th place. We'll see if we can improve in the later part of the season with only 10 to play and 17 points behind Accrington Stanley. I don't like our chances. If we lose our next match, we drop to 6th place because it's FC United, the team just 2 points behind us. It's not all bad though. It's still, it's okay if we don't get promoted every single season. We don't want to stall out too long, obviously, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Team selection wise, yeah, okay, they want us to completely change things, and that's a little frustrating, but we have it. Youth intake has finally happened, so we have our guys. Looks like Ashley Hartley is the pick of the litter. First touch already at 14, heading at 12. This is a striker with 20 determination. 20 determination. He is going to improve very, very rapidly towards what is hopefully a high potential, especially as he's seen with that 4 to 5 star range. This could be the what we've needed for so long. Finishing's only a 7, but with that kind of first touch, and the heading is going to be great on the finishing part. Tackling's not there. The long shots aren't there, so we need him to get close. But with that level of determination and as brave as he is and has some flair, I could see him really doing something. The agility 14 is going to help him get into spaces. He's got okay pace. Not everything's perfect here. This is not a complete player, but I could see Ashley Hartley being in the first team in less than a season, and that would allow us to move Phil Skelnis onto the wing and Hartley into that striker position, finally having a proper striker as well as Phil Skelnis has done. We've really seen a drop this season at this level with a winger playing in that striker position is finally really biting us in the butt. The next best prospects, also another winger and or striker in Andrew Dunn, and then Lee Jackson at left back, which has been one of our weaker positions. Elliott has finally, after almost 3 seasons, picked up and kind of caught up, but he's pretty limited. Another goalkeeper near the top, but decent defensive mid, potentially. Only a lack of potential in the bottom 4 here, but I have high hopes in that group. We will definitely attend the game. Another golden generation, quote unquote. But in recent seasons, it really hasn't been. Youth candidates take to the field against the U18s today. We'll see how they can do. In seasons past, the youth candidates have been able to crush the U18s, but we finally have a U18 squad that is fairly well developed and in good shape, and I think it's a lot harder now with the level of quality within the U18s for the candidates to just instantly step up. They might have moments of brilliance, but they should definitely be a notch below the U18s themselves. Now, it's been 48 hours since we had the youth intake. At the 24-hour mark, we had that FC United matchup. We led 2-0 inside of 20 minutes. It was a quick sim. I did not partake in that one, but the team led 2-0, only to fail to win and end up on a 2-2 draw because despite the change in tactic, Ando, straight red for a bad tackle early second half, and they pull back 2 goals, including the second one in stoppage time to take the win away from us. So our woes with the cards, our woes with the referees continue despite already changing the tactic. Now, one game is only one game, and it's not going to amount to everything. But we were getting a few cards per season. All of a sudden, we're seeming to get a few red cards per week. That's an exaggeration, but not by much. We've had like 12 to 14 red cards this season. We're getting one every few matches. And then the yellow card accumulation part is doing its damage as well. So, ouch. Big time ouch. All right, well, in the green and black is the intake players going up against the U18s themselves. So that's what we've got here. And so far, this thing is evenly matched as we're coming up on that half-hour point. We'll get a decent look at the players after the game. For now, we'll actually just kind of speed this one up and let it go. Why am I not getting any sort of... there it is. We'll go quickly through this one, and there you go. So half hour in, and intake players leading the shot category. I haven't had a chance to look too closely at possession. Lee Prosser should be out here dominating, as Prosser is ready for senior squad call-up. Most ready player of anyone, and is probably going to get it after this game. Hartley, the top prospect, was taking that last corner. Ashley Hartley. Only a 6.3 rating today, though. Not getting anything done. Really struggling. Michael Jones on a 7.0. Good cross in, but it's headed away. There's a second chance. Nice ball. But Owusu is offside. Eric Owusu still inside. That's one of the lowest rated players. Owusu actually could be getting dropped today, as we now have an abundance of players, and unlike before, now that we're professional, we are not losing players on a regular basis. By the way, the intake players came really close there just before halftime, and that gave them a bit of an edge in the XG. The U18s do have the possession edge, but the intake players are playing pretty dang well. Oh, offside. How was that offside? That was a cross. What was offside about the cross going into the back of the net? Oh, because it wasn't. Owusu headed that one in. I did not see him there. I thought the ball had enough bend from the cross itself. There's a goal, though, and it's Ashley Hartley. Long ball out to Haynes, who takes it to the corner. Pulls back, lays it off for Jackson. Jackson crosses. Hartley drops back for that inside of the left foot, passes into the back of the net, just inside the post. And it's 1-0. Can the U18s level this thing, or are the intake players going to shine today? Hartley sets that one up, and there's a second goal. And there's that defensive mid prospect that we were looking at. Mr. I've got 4 names. I'll learn how to pronounce them eventually when they find their way into the senior squad. Actually, it doesn't look that complicated, does it? That's a pretty long highlight. Wow, yeah. All youth intake players looking to get their name onto the score sheets, and they're doing well. They go close again, but run out of bounds with it, as it was already going out for the corner. Hartley, nice ball. Martinez straight at Schumacher, but that was another one that was close. Clayton Nichols with the goal to get one back late in this thing. U18's not going down without a fight. Also highlights tactically that we have a bit of a weakness when it comes to defending throw-ins. And attacking them, for that matter. Both. Into stoppage time. Looks like the intake players might be coming away with the win today. Mayer picks up a bit of a knock, but these guys are going to be a while before. Ooh, that was awfully close to a tying goal with just a few minutes to go. Final minute. Time's up. That should do it, and it does. Defense get the best of the ratings. Oldham, Dunn, Hartley, Mayer, Butterworth, Jackson. We got a Butterworth. And Jackson are the top ones. Okay, go ahead and sign the recommended ones. That'll save us a little bit of trouble. All right, so beginning with that group, let's see how we're looking now with the two units combined. Starting with their potential. So Lee Prosser still the highest in potential. Ashley Hartley actually coming in a little bit low. Actually quite a bit low. Very disappointing. 61, 136. That was the best. That was the best of the group. Not a great intake, but let's see if there's some depth. What about the others? Dunn, that was one of our guys. So he comes in a 132. Okay. Pena was from last season. Schumacher was from last season. Oldham was the goalkeeper. You can see he comes in slightly worse than Schumacher, but Schumacher was, quality-wise, was definitely down last season. Christopher Hunter, there's another one, a 107. Definitely signed him. Was Carter one of the ones we just signed, or is he from last season? No, he's been around for a while. And then there's the drop. So really, that was it. Kind of disappointing. Real lack of quality. I mean, there's your bottom end, but these guys are definitely not getting signed. Michael Jones, David Torpy. We're not taking any players that low anymore. Bill Chung as well. Really think we should only be taking about 70 minimum and above, because we're not going to take senior squad anything less than a 70. So why should I take a U18 player to fill out a roster spot that isn't going to hit the minimum? 59.69 isn't that far off. We might take him on for depth, but get everybody below that. Yeah, 37.67. No thanks. It's one thing when this guy's close to his potential already. All right, so we've already eliminated the bottom 5, and we already signed on top 6 or so. We're up against #United for this one. It's the semifinal of the FA Trophy. It's the first leg. We're at home. Let's see if we can get a result this time. Ando unavailable, so Lee Prosser, who just got called up from the U18s, is on the bench today. So he's been given a number, and we'll get his first appearance. It slowed us down a little bit, but we're still going to go fairly fast on this one. Faster than normal, anyway. Okay, we need a good start. Also, adding to our frustration, Simpson, unavailable. Yellow card, accumulation, you know, that fun thing. Ooh, okay, offside. Oh yeah, he was offside by a lot. Adebayo Smith. Okay, what can we do here? Free kick, Fenton. Ooh, straight at the keeper. The keeper in the goal. Barely keeps his chest over the line to keep that one out. Holmes switches play to Jewell. Finds Barbados back and forth. The switching didn't happen fast enough. We get the chance and we go close, but they're going to hit us on the counter here. We recover well. Holmes back on that one. We're not in total dominance right now. Free kick, 20 minutes in. Here's Elliott. Elliott sets up play. Fielskelnis cannot win that one. And they go the other way. But Grundy, nice play. Grundy into the side with Simpson out. Very worrying on that part. Fielskelnis can't beat his man. Hashtag United look up to the task on this one. There's Fenton. There's the double take. Barbados looks like he's got it. McRoberts makes a desperate diving save. And then Fielskelnis, right at his feet, just taps it in. Actually, power played that one in. But McRoberts, that was clean. It was good play. And we lead 1-0. Remember, it's the first leg, so there is going to be a second leg on this one. It's not just about getting through today. A lot of the guys entered this game pretty tired, so we will have to keep that in mind. We're going to need to use our subs in the second half, and it's not just about winning today, right? We've got 2 legs to deal with, so I got it. You want me to sub off Fielskelnis because he's tired. He's not going to play less than a half. Really prefer we get a second goal before we start subbing these guys off. So let's pump fists, and you could do even more, especially when we're only a quarter of the way through the overall 2-legged tie. Tunnicliffe lays it off for Jewell. Not the pass I would have made, considering he had space in front of him. He could have continued on. Going for the cross, better. Clinton crossing at this level. Can work. Barbados, nice through ball. Oh, can't keep it in. I thought he got there in time and was going to have to turn out with it, but I thought he got there in time. Instead, he dribbles out of bounds. Here's Elliott. Nice ball over the top. Fenton. Elliott. Ooh. Fenton had Fielskelnis, but he had 2 defenders on him. Couldn't get it past him. There's Elliott. There's Fielskelnis, and there's his 38th of the season. And now we lead 2-0. And now we can sub Fielskelnis off for Kane Robinson. Get him the rest he deserves now that he's given us twice the lead we had a moment ago. Fenton, free kick. Barreto, his 7th of the season, is 3-0. Now we're starting to open the floodgates and gain control. Looking likely that if we can hang on to a similar scoreline the rest of today, we should be able to get through that next match. Not too likely to lose by 3 goals. Tunnicliffe, let's bring on Lee Prosser for his first ever appearance. He's onto the pitch. And number 32 for now. Prefers number 12, and he might be getting that. He's certainly one of our highest potential players that we have. 10-3 on the shots. Hour played. Let's slow it down a little bit to positive. We don't want to start giving up some goals. There's plenty of matching still to go. Another 90 to play after today, but we want to be smart here. Is that a red? Is that a red? Dangerous tackle from behind. It is. So we're not the only ones. Not the only ones suffering the dreaded red card. Barbados needs to come off. He is totally exhausted. Liam Campbell, that's our last sub. 81st minute. We will go balanced for the rest, but we're not taking anything else off. We still want to control this game. I'm fine with this scoreline heading into the second match, but I don't want to give anything up. No consolation goals. Stoppage time. This should do it. Quick end to this one. And there it is. 3-0 home victory. Really setting us up for a likely appearance in the final of the FA Trophy. Our U18s in the FA Youth Cup semi-final with a win there. So they are headed to the Youth Cup final. Position in the league doesn't look very good, and we haven't won any trophies in the last 2.5 seasons, almost 3 seasons now. So is a win in the FA Trophy in the cards? Will we get hardware that way? Hopefully, because the league's not looking so good. 9 matches to go in the season, and we are absolutely lagging behind on just 67 points. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.